it's me, MJFANGIRL, and I'm so excited today because we're doing a 20,000 subscriber celebration, and I'm here with my dad.
Hello, everyone.
I'm so excited because we're going to be doing a Q&A. My dad's going to be spilling all the tea about what it was like to be a Michael Jackson fan at the height of Michael Jackson's fame, and he's also going to be telling some details about what it's like to raise me, MJFANGIRL. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss it. You are now watching MJFANGIRL TV.
Girl, you got to and touch the sky and
Alright you guys, so if you have not seen my face before, my name's MJFANGIRL and I make videos for and about the Michael Jackson fan community, and I want to say thank you guys. This is a 20,000 subscriber celebration. I promised you guys have been asking, when is your dad coming on? He's finally here. So yeah, thank you. We've actually hit 22,000 subscribers, but we're going to be doing a little Q&A. But if you'd like to see videos for and about the Michael Jackson fan community, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button and also hitting the notification bell so that YouTube lets you know every time I upload. Alright, so let's get into the Q&A. There have been a lot of people waiting for you to come on the channel. I've been telling them about you for a long time.
I'm here. I've been waiting to come here as well.
Okay, so let's start. I asked you guys to submit some questions for us. So first of all, Dad, how did you discover Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson hit the scene and he was very exciting. He was like someone no one has ever seen before. You see something unique. I'll give you an example. When he came on into the scene, it was in the Motown era. And the Motown had mainly adult singers and women that sing songs, the Supremes and Temptations, Smokey Robinson, Stevie Wonder. But when Michael hit the scene, he was roughly, I think, about 7, 8 years old.
Right.
As a child, but his music sounded as though, and his voices sounded as though he was an adult.
Yeah.
And then the maturity of his voice, make a long story short, to hit the notes he hit for a 7-year-old child, that was unbelievable to the world. But the same token, on top of the beat that Motown created, there was something special, very special.
I think we can all agree. Have you seen Michael Jackson on tour? And if so, how many times?
Yes, I've seen Michael Jackson on tour, I believe about 5 times. I've seen the Destiny tour in 1979. And then I've seen the 1981, the Triumph tour.
Okay.
And 1984, I seen the Victory Tour.
Yes.
And 1988, I seen in the Meadowlands in New Jersey, the Bad Tour.
Yes.
Right. And me and my daughter, we saw the 30th anniversary
Yes.
tour in the Madison Square Garden, 2001.
Yep. Perfect. 2001. So my dad has seen Michael Jackson 5 times. That's amazing.
Right.
What do you think? Okay, so this is people, a lot of the fans in the community would love to know, what is your favorite Michael Jackson tour?
For me, I like the Triumph tour.
By the way, sorry, this is my dad's actual tour book.
Right.
That I borrowed.
Where it was at.
I borrowed it. Sorry, guys.
Triumph tour was my favorite tour, and that was roughly because it had the mixture of Can You Feel It? First video that I recollect that was mixed with music and video all at the same time, and they actually released it in the concert.
Right.
That's how he opened up the concert. Can You Feel It? The video.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
And then when they opened the concert, the audience was all looking at screen, widescreen.
Wow.
And then he was, they put the video on, and he was actually raised his hand out, and everybody felt they was in it. And by the way they had the lights, it made you feel as though the sparkling was all in the audience.
Oh my gosh.
And it was falling down.
Okay.
When they were sprinkling, like that on the video,
yeah,
it was coming down with the lights.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Right, and so the Triumph, Can You Feel It? And, but the same token, the reason it's so exciting to me was because of, I was watching Rock With You.
Yes.
Off the Wall album was merged in that concert.
Yes,
so
yes.
We had Rock With You, and that was an exciting time. I mean, oh man, the whole world was just totally focused on the Michael Jackson and the Jacksons. And the Triumph to me was, that was my best tour. Rock With You Off the Wall album was almost as exciting as Billie Jean for the world today that my daughter know of. But when when he did Off the Wall, the whole world was excited, and you would actually hear cars. When that song came on the radio, everybody was playing that song. You'd drive by and it would actually pass by a person on the street and you would hear Rock With You. And so that was really exciting, and it's almost like saying the whole world was in tune to that Off the Wall album.
Okay.
So the tour itself was that, and Can You Feel It? I mean, just imagine those songs on one tour. Shake Your Body Down to the Ground.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. And Dad, I was telling them before that you introduced me to the Triumph Tour through the Jackson's live album.
Right. And that was the actual concert I went to, but they put it on an album live.
Yes.
You know, and so that was special then too, for me. That Triumph album, and that Triumph concert rather, was so great that you just remember all those moments.
Yeah.
You know, as a matter of fact, if you hear Off the Wall now, Wanna Rock With You, if you listen to Around and Rock With You, it sounds as though it just came out.
So true.
You know?
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, it has that type of sustaining power to the ear and those who love music. And every time I hear it, I'm not gonna tell a story. I remember where I was at when I hear that song. You know, and that's Rock With You. And I guarantee a whole lot of people can remember where they was at during that time.
That's amazing. I love that story because we always hear about like the Thriller era, Thriller-mania and Bad, but like to hear about how the world reacted to Off the Wall is special. Comment down below if you guys are also from the 80s, like you were there when Rock With You came out. Comment down below and let us know where you were. Let us know the memories. How old was my dad when he became an MJ fan, and how old was I? So, Dad, how old were you when you became a fan?
When I became a fan of Michael Jackson, actually it was the Jackson 5.
Okay.
And the
Wow,
Michael Jackson
way
came
back.
Right, that's going way back, right? That was before he became Michael Jackson solo. But I was, Michael Jackson is 1 year younger than I am.
Okay.
And I think he was born 1958.
Yes.
So he had the big hit, I think, I Want You Back. So roughly, I would say I was about 10 years old. I was 10 years old. And Michael probably was 9 years old when he was singing. And it wasn't just me, again. He shocked the whole world, which is the Motown sound.
Yeah.
I Want You Back, ABC. And so during that time is when everybody became a fan of, quote unquote, the Jackson 5. And Michael, again, very, what you would say, stunning, very positive, very mature for his age, and that's what made everybody kind of surprised at his sound, because for him to be so young, remember, I was 10 years old, he was 1 year younger than me, and he's singing songs to thousands of people. I'm in school trying to learn my ABCs. Okay? All right. That's the difference between superstardom and another person just trying to be something special.
Okay, so you became a fan when you were like basically 10 years old, and then I became a fan. I mean, I feel like I was always a fan because my dad always had Michael Jackson playing in the house.
Yeah, yes, especially when I had, I was heavy into music.
Yeah.
I always had a sound system, and I was into the loudspeakers. That was the era that we was in, that we lived in. It was all about music. So I've always had Michael Jackson music going in the background, and I would have the Motown, which was the Jackson 5, and that's what you grew up on.
Yeah.
Jackson 5 music, such as Forever Came Today, I Am Love, Dancing Machine, Stop the Love You Say May Be Your Own, ABC. She would hear all those songs in the background while I was listening to them, you know, as a fan of Michael, and that's what you would hear.
Yeah.
And as she got older, that's when she started hearing Beat It. I think Beat It was probably one of the first songs that you probably recognize.
Beat It. But it's so funny because I always tell them that that's like one of my least favorite songs now.
Right. But you gotta remember something. When I was playing, it is one of my least favorite songs as well.
Okay.
Well, I'm thinking about.
See, that's where I get it from.
I'm thinking about when we had the I had the big 48-inch screen television set.
Yeah.
And I had you dancing off of it, and what song you was dancing off of? Beat It.
Beat It, yeah.
That's why I say I got a funny feeling. That's when you became a fan, or you stopped becoming a fan with that song Beat It because I played it so much.
Yeah. Maybe that's the truth, you guys.
Yeah, that was one of my least. You know what it is? Beat It was really one of the less soulful R&B sounds out of all his music, but then Michael did that on purpose to capitalize on MTV music.
Yes.
That's what Beat It was, well, I would say the spin-off or the takeoff to his Marshall's career.
Yeah, that made sense.
See.
And then it also helped him cross over, right? From just like an R&B singer.
Exactly. And that's why Beat It, again, that's why Beat It isn't as like most of Michael's songs. But Beat It was definitely a crossover song that actually introduced Michael Jackson to the world, the entire world.
Yeah.
And mainly because of MTV as well. MTV played it.
Right.
And that was the beginning. And then, of course, as time went on, Michael learned how to connect with the audience through video and took his music and talent to another level.
Yeah, and speaking of that, I have a question from someone that asked, how was it to be around during the Thriller era, and what was it like to be a fan when Thriller was just released?
Well, Thriller, you know, I'll tell you, what excited me about Thriller, and a lot of people that was like in my age group, what caught my attention with Thriller was Vincent Price was the one that made me say, hold up, what's he talking about? And the reason Michael Jackson put Vincent Price on the album, because when you say Thriller, back in the day, Vincent Price was considered a moderator for all the horror movies, and he was actually a legend in horror movies and his voice.
Right.
Michael put him on Thriller. If you think about it, Thriller has something to do with quote unquote horror, Halloween,
Yeah.
haunted. Vincent Price, back in the day, he did The House of Wax, he did The Invisible Man, he did all those great movies, and that's what Michael Jackson put him on top of the Thriller album. Again, ready? A genius to introduce the world. Ready? Not just my generation, Vincent Price generation.
Oh, I didn't even think about
So
that.
here, Vincent Price on the radio at his age, because remember Vincent Price back in them days was a lot older.
Right.
That was ready? My mother age.
Yeah.
My mother era. So then when you hear Vincent Price, they think of Vincent Price back in the days for haunted movies that was in black and white. Again, Michael made connection, not just my generation, the next generation did listen to his new generation music, which is Thriller.
Yes, oh my gosh, that's amazing, because I've never even heard that story, and it connects, it all makes sense.
Michael was connected all the dots, and that's what made him special, and that's what made him who he is today. He studied, he didn't just study quote unquote R&B, remember he learned that from Motown era, and all the great artists and all the great musicians, but he also wanted to capitalize on what it takes to connect another generation and another era and another people's ears to his music.
Yeah.
You know that? And again, he did the same thing when he did, he connected with Fred Astaire. Remember he was doing the dancing?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody know Fred Astaire from dancing. Michael put him in there so that those people who remember Fred Astaire would turn around and listen to Fred Astaire and Michael talking about him, get another connection.
Right, right.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, and all of those like connections that Michael had, and he had Fred Astaire talking great things about him, and Gene Kelly, right?
Again, those are things that Michael used to connect the dots to make the next generation also listen to his music. And the more people you have listen to your music, the more people you have pushing your music.
Yeah.
As what you would call advertisement.
So true. Word of mouth advertisement. Michael was a marketing genius.
That's right, exactly. And don't forget, he had a good relationship with Elizabeth Taylor. Don't forget, she was what you call the ultimate supreme actress and an adorable lady back in the day. And Michael also connected with her. Yeah, remember, so these are what you call legends. Of course, Michael felt he was a legend in his own way, and he is true.
Yeah.
But he made sure that the legends that the world already knew and had experiencing connected with him and put him in that same class as legends without even saying it.
Right.
So you have Fred Astaire talking about you, or you had Gene Kelly talking about you, or you had Elizabeth Taylor talking about you, then guess what? You have legends talking about you. That means you must be somebody special, because generally legends just keep to themselves and just create their own atmosphere.
That's so true. That's so true. It reminds me of that video that you showed me a long time ago, The Legend Continues.
Yes.
It had all those people, Sophia Loren, Elizabeth Taylor,
Right.
Quincy Jones.
Right. Definitely Quincy Jones.
Yeah.
Quincy Jones is one who started with, back in the day, with Ray Charles. And then he turned around. Now remember, if you go to Ray Charles days, producing music for Ray Charles, And then you think about him as an ultimate producer for songs for Frank Sinatra.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
And he produced songs for TV series, Ironside, Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
And don't forget he had his own career as a musical legend, as a jazz musician, Quincy Jones.
Yeah.
And when you put all that together, you have a genius, and then you put him with Michael. Of course, we started with The Wiz.
Yes.
When you put The Wiz with Quincy Jones, remember Michael, as bad as he is, but here we go again, putting another legend with a future legend. And that's what you got, an infusion.
Yes.
The Michael Jackson era. And don't forget, Quincy Jones pretty much made beautiful music for ultimate legend superstar. Remember Frank Sinatra? Those are people that was big in that era. And for Michael to turn around and have Quincy produce him, that was special. That was special. And it took Michael to another level. Michael is great. Michael has a history. But again, Quincy Jones is a legend too.
Yeah.
And Quincy Jones is a legend in a different way. Quincy Jones is a legend when it comes to producing music.
Right.
And making legends.
Yeah.
He made a lot of legends. And it wasn't just Frank Sinatra. Like I said, he had a lot of great people he produced.
Okay, so next question is, what is your favorite Michael Jackson album?
Well, my favorite Michael Jackson album, well, you have two eras, you know, and I think that to me, I had really liked I Am Love, which is the Motown era.
Okay.
That was very special.
From Dancing Machine album, right?
From Dancing Machine album.
I think.
But I Am Love was almost 7-minute song. It went from one speed to another.
Yeah.
Started very slow and then ended very fast. And I like the Off the Wall album.
Okay.
Because that album, to me, even though Billie Jean and Beat It and those albums were great, and remember they took them to another level for ourselves. But when you listen to Off the Wall and you hear the songs like I Want to Rock With You.
Yeah.
And what's the other song that was on there that was great?
Don't Stop Till You Get Enough.
Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. And what is the song? I Can't Help It.
I Can Help It. Working Day and Night.
With Stevie Wonder, that produced that song, Working Day and Night. You just listen to that music. You put that on right now today, and you listen to them songs. Those songs are just great. You know that? That album to me, that Rock With You album again with Quincy Jones, to me was I think one of the best albums besides the Motown era.
Okay. All right, you guys. So the next question is favorite MJ. Okay, we already answered that part. Has he ever seen the Jacksons, MJ, or Janet live? And do you like Janet Jackson?
Yes, Janet Jackson. I like Janet Jackson again when she was on Good Times.
Yeah.
Good Times. She did Good Times. That's when she. The thing about Janet Jackson? She started her career as an actress from the Jackson 5 when she didn't want to go into music.
Yeah.
And then she did the Good Time series, and she showed she could act. So she was trying to be different from the very beginning.
Right.
She didn't want to follow his footsteps, but then somehow the music got to her, and she still followed the footsteps of the Michael Jackson era and the Jackson brothers through Terry Lewis and Jimmy Jam.
Yes, yes.
They took her to another level, just like Quincy took Michael to another level with his talent. Mm-hmm. Terry Lewis and Jimmy Jam took Janet Jackson to another level, and you can't deny Control and all her songs that she had. And she's special. She's another special talented individual. I think she kind of paved her own way. Matter of fact, she actually, from roughly 90 to like maybe 95 or 97, she kind of had the rim of the Jacksons.
Yeah, yeah.
Even Michael wasn't out there.
Right.
Michael had to slow down and think about Janet because Janet was doing some serious things. And Michael said, I'm going to have to do a duet with her now because she's at the right level.
Okay, so this person said, where was your dad on the Bad Tour in the crowd since there were a bunch of people?
Well, I don't think you'd be to spot me. That's the first thing. Out of 15, 20,000, I don't think you'd be to spot me in the crowd. But I was in there. I was there live. My ticket says I was there. I don't think you really spotted me in the crowd. I don't think you really spotted me.
No.
I'm talking about when I was in New Jersey.
In New Jersey.
In the Meadowlands.
Yeah.
Really spotted me.
I don't even
At the time, I don't think they had Nike cap.
Yeah, so he probably looked a little different in the 80s, but you know.
They had Michael Jackson Afro.
So someone else asked to see any merchandise that he bought from tours. So we have a few things here that are my dad's merchandise-wise. So first, I don't know which one you want to show. We already showed this.
This was from the concert Tramp. This was the
like the tour booklet.
tour booklet, right? Which was special. This is why it'd be difficult to spot me in the bad concert scene. I don't know if it's that easy. But anyway, this is the Tramp concert booklet.
Yes. Okay.
And that I had in my house ever since 1984, right?
81.
81.
Yeah.
And then this is Victory Tour, which was special at the time. You know why this is special? Because if I remember Victory, when they was doing this tour, Jackie broke his leg.
Yeah.
He couldn't even be in the tour at the time because he broke his leg.
It was supposed
So,
to be, I think.
This is the first time they're supposed to be all six brothers together
Yeah.
for Victory. We made it! And then he breaks his leg. So it ended up being 5 again, the Jackson 5 again. With Granny stepping up.
Okay, let me pause it.